we're talking about what's eating you. Talking about what's eating you.
Proudly brought to you by Rogers Hood Apothecary. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to What's Eating You. We are your hosts, Sam
and Kim,
and we are serving you all of the health and wellness information and healing knowledge that you're hungry for. Please remember to like, subscribe, share with your loved ones, and help us get this information out there. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Sam.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. We are in the beautiful hills behind us.
Gorgeous today.
It really is.
The weather is fabulous. The sun feels so good. We got some sun.
We did.
Yeah, definitely got some sun.
We're a little sun-kissed, and we're going to sleep really well tonight.
I'm really excited.
Which is great, because we're talking about sleep today.
Yes, we're talking about the sleep and how it affects detoxing and how it affects just you and your mental health.
How you show up in life.
Yeah, you need sleep. You definitely need sleep. It's a priority that we all kind of take for granted, that we don't think we really need. Oh, I'll just catch a few hours. I definitely was one of those people that thought that I only needed a few hours of sleep. And now that I've actually gotten like 8 hours of sleep every night, I crave it.
Yeah, it catches up to you, you know?
It really
when
does.
you're younger, you can kind of run off of fumes, but I need my sleep. I absolutely need my sleep. How many hours is your minimum amount that you can get where you can still show up well in life and have a sharp mind and still be like functioning at a high level?
3 to 4.
What?
I think when we first met, that was about what I was getting, was 3 to 4 hours. And that was a couple years ago.
Do you feel like you still can run well off of 3 to 4 hours?
Yes.
You're a different breed, Kim Rogers.
But I don't like it. So there's a difference. Can I do it? Absolutely. Do I like it? No. Do I feel not myself and not completely present? Yeah. And then I just kind of want to, the whole time I'm thinking I want to go to sleep, but I have things I have to do. So
you still will be tired during the day, and you won't be as sharp.
Yes.
Your brain won't be working as sharp. So what is your ideal amount of hours that you want to get every night to feel your best and show up optimally in life?
8
hours.
8 hours. Yeah. And now that we're talking about this and we both have Oura rings, I am making sure that I at least get 7. So what about you? What is your minimum? And then what is your maximum?
Yeah. Minimum for me to still function and show up well. I can do it off of 6. I can, but to feel good, 7 or more for sure. When I get 8 to 9, I feel excellent. I wake up feeling super refreshed, well rested. Brain is working way faster. I'm way sharper. I have more energy. It's like when I don't get enough sleep, it's like there's something between me and life all day. It's like a cloud or kind of like a fogginess, and I'm not all the way present. So I absolutely need sleep. Now, let's get into some details about us personally when it comes to sleep.
Okay.
I'll go first.
You go first, because you're like this sleep queen.
Am I the sleep queen?
I think so.
Okay.
With what you have to do and what you undo every day.
I've had a journey getting to where I am now with what I do to get good sleep. And it took a long journey to get there. So my whole life, I've been a snorer. Even when I was a little young girl, I would snore in church on my mom's lap, and like people around would be looking at her and she'd be like, what? Leave her alone. Like, my daughter's sleeping. But I've always snored. It's been a thing. People have known this about me and my family, my partners. Like, I've always been a snorer, right? And I never realized how much that was affecting my sleep negatively and my partner's sleep negatively.
Yes.
I didn't realize how much of an interruption it is to myself and others, right? Until I met you and I let you know one day that I snore. And I'm like, man, it's keeping my partner awake at night. It's this whole thing. Like, it's become like an issue. And you were like, oh, you just need an APAP machine. And I was like, what? Because I had heard of CPAP.
Right.
I had never heard of APAP before. And you said, oh yeah, Jeremy got an APAP machine, and ever since he got it, he hasn't snored once, and he used to snore like a bear. And I'm like, well, wait, if this grown big man has not snored once since he got an APAP, I bet that would work for me, right?
Yes.
So you then introduced me to APAP. I got one. And sure enough, that first night I put it on, I woke up the next morning and I looked over and my partner was still laying in bed. And I was like, oh my gosh, he didn't have to get up and move to the couch. That means I didn't snore. So I'm like, okay, this is amazing. This is a miracle, right? So can you break down what an APAP is versus a CPAP and what the difference is?
Yes.
Okay.
And I do want to revisit that they've done a study that chronically ill people always seem to have a snoring partner. So it actually creates way more issues.
That's terrible.
I know. It's so sad.
So wait, you're saying from the angle of if you're chronically ill, you already are not sleeping well.
Right.
And you need your sleep to heal.
Yes.
But you happen to have a partner keeping you awake.
Yes.
Interrupting your sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's really why I made Jeremy, and I say made, but I made my husband get an APAP machine because of the fact that I can't go like that. And so if he doesn't have it, we find ways. And I don't think in all of the years that he's had it that he's ever missed it. Like he always puts it on.
I always put mine on now.
Yeah, he does it.
It got a little getting used to.
Yeah.
But you knew, like, from looking at my face, and you had a lot of history or experience with it before, right?
Yeah, I used to work in oxygen. So I worked in durable medical equipment for a company in Nevada, and I worked with patients that had sleep apnea, which is what you could have. You're not diagnosed of any kind, but it's just when you're snoring like that, then it's just kind of apparent to most of us that are in the medical field.
Yeah.
And so I already knew exactly what to do for everyone. So it's really nice to be able to, arm you with that information and go in. But
you looked in my face and you're like, I know exactly the mask you need.
Yes.
Let me see. You'll be a medium. Okay, we're going to get this set up. And first night I was actually shocked how comfortable it was. So they've obviously come a long way.
Yes.
Okay, so explain the difference between CPAP and APAP.
An APAP machine is an auto. So a CPAP, you have to dial in certain prescriptions from your doctor, and then that just stays. It's just a controlled number that stays there. And an APAP will fluctuate. So you'll have one night you might not need as much, and one night you may need more. And so it really just allows you to go up and down versus staying consistent. And so people like me could just hop on that periodically if I want to, which I have an APAP machine as well. I just don't wear it very often, but it just auto.
Yep.
And so it's really important to know that you can always get an APAP machine. You don't necessarily have to have a CPAP machine, but that's just how everyone knows these sleep apnea machines.
Right. So CPAP is a little more old school. It was the first one before they made an automatic one, right?
From what I think, yes.
Okay.
I've never looked at the history of
Okay.
the sleep apnea machines. I just know that the APAP is an auto, and that's really if you don't really know, or you don't want to keep going to the doctor. Hint, if you don't want to have to keep going to the doctor, then ask for an APAP machine prior. And then also, they're not that expensive. So if you can afford to just buy one outright, do it versus having your insurance go through, because you're going to be charged a monthly fee, and they're like $1,000.
Got it.
So
a CPAP, you have to go to a doctor. They sleep test you. You probably sleep
yes,
there.
you have to have a certain range of disruption. You have to go through a whole sleep study. You have to have your oxygen drop. It's a whole thing.
Then they
when
say
you need one.
this is how much oxygen you need. We're going to set the setting at that. And every single night it's going to give you that much oxygen. The APAP, what I notice is it's not even night to night. Throughout one night, I'll watch it change, because I'll wake up sometimes and look over at it and I'll see it's like a higher amount of oxygen. And so it just knows at that moment I need more. So it's an automatic fluctuating oxygen machine that forces you to breathe oxygen. And also what I love about it is I'm breathing the cleanest air all night, because there's filters in it, and all night long, no matter where we are, if we're in a new Airbnb, a hotel, home, it doesn't matter where we are, I'm only breathing the cleanest that whole night. So I love it. I love my APAP. Thank you for putting me on to that. It has changed my sleep and my partner's sleep too. So that was a miracle for sure.
It really just thinking about how you're snoring and how in your mind you're snoring, so you're not getting a good night's sleep either, because you're worried about keeping him awake. So now neither one of you are getting a good night's sleep, and there's solutions. I mean, that's really what's eating you is all about, is handing you guys some solutions so that you fully understand that you're not alone and that there are things out there to help these issues.
100%.
Yes.
And I have not snored once since wearing my APAP. So I'm so happy about that, man. That is definitely one of the tools I use to get a great night's sleep. I also noticed that noises would wake me up. All throughout the night, noises would wake me up. So I tried foam earplugs. They hurt. They end up hurting your ear. They're not comfortable. I don't like them. That didn't work. I tried a couple different things, and then I came across these little silicone putty earplugs. A lot of swimmers use them so that they can put them in. They form to the inside of your ear because they're literally like Play-Doh. You literally can form it to the inside of your ear canal, your ear hole, and you just block it. And every single night I sleep like a baby because no noise wakes me up. So the earplugs are a must for me, but the silicone specifically because they do not hurt your ears.
Yeah.
They form to the inside of your ear. So it's like a custom earplug every night that I get. And you toss them every day. You don't reuse them.
Yeah, don't reuse them.
No, they get dirty or get a lot of earwax.
Bacteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Totally. So you toss them. They're
really cool.
disposable, but that's definitely another one.
So we just left an Airbnb that was really noisy, and I know that Sam wears earplugs, and so I said, oh, I'm sure Sam got a good night's sleep because she slept through all the noise that we couldn't sleep through. We had a train at one of them, and then we had construction at another, and Sam woke up and I'm like, did you hear any of that? She goes, no, I didn't hear any of it. And
Not
I'm
until
like,
not until I woke up and took the earplugs out, and then I'm like, what is all this noise? But
so they're good for that, man.
They work. They
'Cause
work.
I don't wear earplugs.
I love them.
Mine are not.
Any little noise will wake you up and it can disturb your sleep. And so a good night's sleep and an uninterrupted night of sleep is really important. So that's another tool I use. And I also love a good eye mask, man, to block the light out. Like, so yeah, I wear my APAP mask, which is, it goes over my nose. I put in my earplugs. I wear an eye mask. And then when I do have my braids, I also wear a silk scarf over my head to keep them, fresh. So I really be covered in a lot of things at night when I sleep. It's ridiculous. I'm also a major advocate of the right pillow.
Yes. Oh, 100%. Thank you for saying that because I totally forgot. I am a huge advocate for a pillow. Like, I carry our pillow everywhere we go. We always get comments. Oh my God, look at how many bags you guys have. Well, listen, like 5 pounds of that bag is my Tempur-Pedic pillow. And they don't make this. If you are from Tempur-Pedic, please hit me up because you don't make my pillow anymore. It's so sad, and you should, because it's got this little, it's a head, neck, shoulder pillow. So it's with that really hard brick-like one, but they actually did an indentation in the middle of it for beauty purposes. So I don't have as many wrinkles on my face from rolling from one side to the other, and they don't make it anymore. And then right in that spot, it's even smaller. So you have multiple ways because you carry so many pillows with you. I don't have to because I have this one pillow that gives me multiple different comfort zones, and they don't make it anymore. So Tempur-Pedic, hit me up because I would love this pillow back. But anyway.
No, the right pillow though is so important.
The right pillow.
I need
it's
a memory.
really that desperation.
Exactly. I need a memory foam pillow that is supportive enough. I'm a side sleeper. What are you?
I'm a backside.
Back and side.
Yes.
I'm a side only.
Oh,
sometimes
okay.
I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be like kind of on my back, and it's really just because I was on my way to roll over to the other side, but I was so tired I just like stopped. But I don't prefer back at all.
Oh,
like
I
I'm
do.
a side sleeper. I have to cuddle with a pillow too between my knees. So I need a memory foam for between my knees. I need a memory foam for my neck, and then I like another pillow behind my back.
I've asked Sam to do an
like a unmasking, like a wake up with me.
You're probably like,
it's ridiculous. Yeah.
you're all wrapped up. You should just wrap yourself, cocoon yourself up with all your pillows. And it is really good actually to sleep with a pillow between your legs. I probably should start looking at that because I have some hip issues. So that will be really helpful. It does. Yeah. It keeps them aligned. Yeah. But I'm a very minimal, needy sleeper.
I am a maximist when it comes to sleep. It's ridiculous, but like good sleep is everything.
Yeah.
It really affects your entire next day. So I need to have what I need. Now, I don't normally carry around the 3. My neck has been in a little bit of a flare. So that's why, because right now it's like some points of the night my neck wants more support and some points it wants less. So I have to like swap them out in the middle of the night depending on what my neck wants. It's ridiculous. But typically 1 memory foam, and then when we go anywhere, I'll just use whatever pillows are there to cuddle with. It's fine. I'm not really like that much of a sleep diva, but
it's okay to be high maintenance. I'm a little more high maintenance than I used to be for sleep. I'm not as like, oh, I can just sleep anywhere. I don't need the sleep.
Wait, can you sleep on a plane?
No. Now I can't sleep anywhere. I can't do that anymore. But back in the day, I just never needed sleep. So I never really even thought about how your sleep hygiene and what your sleep hygiene should look like, which is where I'm at now in my older life, is that, I'm never going to be able to go to school at night like I did. So I used to work 80 hours a week. And then at nighttime, I had such terrible insomnia that I got my college degree, my 2nd degree, at night.
Wow.
Because I only really needed a few hours of sleep.
You're one of those people
I am,
who can run off of
I really
a few
am.
hours.
Yeah. I mean, I was really happy if like that week I got 10 to 15 hours of sleep total. I had too much to do. I mean, I still feel total.
Girl, I need that in 2 nights.
I got my degree at night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Much respect.
I worked 80 hours, so I had to. But
I've always been a sleeper. I've always needed my sleep.
No.
I always protect my sleep. I take it really seriously. I worship and cherish my good sleep.
I would say it took me until I was 43. Even as a teenager, I had insomnia. Even younger than that, I would watch like the bandstand at night, and I would watch all of the concerts at night. It was just, I was up all night, all the time. Now I know a lot of the reasons why people are up all night and have severe insomnia.
Let's talk about that.
Let me finish what my routine is.
Go ahead.
I've got mouth tape, and I've gone through multiple different companies' mouth tapes, and I really like the Skinny Confidential. Her mouth tape is one of the best, and it doesn't leave like a weird or pull. And then I listen to frequencies at night with subliminal messages. And it's kind of cool to do that because not only am I getting them, but my husband's getting them as well. So I'm rewiring his brain. And I don't have a lot of time. So of course I want to work my brain while I'm sleeping, because that's really why I had such terrible insomnia. I just felt like there wasn't enough time in the day to get everything done I wanted to get done.
Subliminal messages with frequencies reprograms your subconscious.
Yes.
Do you use subliminal messages for like confidence or for success? What are they for?
My favorite one is Minds of Unison from YouTube. They basically have like been doing this for a really long time. So you have to be really careful if you use subliminal messages to make sure that it's a reputable, legit place, so that you're not like getting some funky subliminal messages that really isn't what you want.
We'll link them in the description.
Yes, they're my favorite. I've been listening to them for years. When I had my mini stroke in 2021, I used subliminal messages and frequencies to help rewire my brain to get me back to a normal point in my life. So I've just keep doing it, especially if I'm feeling really down. I'll do the one that says, love yourself. And the one that I often use almost every night is public speaking confidence and love yourself. Those 2 frequencies together just really give you a boost while you're sleeping, and it does rewire your subconscious to assist you with your consciousness.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really a great biohack that not a lot of people realize. But the mouth tape, since starting to do that in the last year, it's been so good for like tonsil stones, bad breath,
nose breathing, because you're nose breathing, it forces you to nose breathe, which we do know by now. Like there's a lot of science behind why nose breathing while sleeping is so good. That's another reason I love the APAP, because I wear it over my nose, but there's some sort of suction pressure happening where it forces my mouth to stay closed, which is why I'm not snoring. But I also love frequencies. We use frequencies as well to sleep. Right now I have one that is my absolute favorite. That's nervous system regulation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a really nice frequency.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But insomnia. So you had insomnia as a teenager.
Yes.
And now we know several reasons that cause insomnia. So let's break down some of them.
I even know now that my insomnia from when I was a teenager is because of parasites and Lyme. They're nocturnal creatures. They're up all night. They start wakening at 7 p.m. and then they're up. So at 7 p.m., that's their morning. And especially like knowing that around midnight is their noon. So they're just getting riled up for the day. And then they want to hang out and eat and do their thing and party, and they're doing it in you, and so you have insomnia because of it.
So having parasites and worms is a sign. If you have insomnia, you may have parasites
Correct.
and worms. Okay.
Yes, it's one of the symptoms and one of the signs of having a parasite.
Got it. So when it comes to parasite cleansing, when I very first was preparing to do my first ParaFy cleanse, I was studying all of the different drainage pathways that we have, right? And so we know the obvious ones: sweating, digestion, we know the lymphatic system. So there's all of these, like, you know, your most common ones. I learned about brain detoxing and how that is a drainage pathway. And so the only time your brain gets to release and dump toxins out of it is during deep sleep.
Wow.
So you must reach a point of deep sleep during the night and get a good amount for your brain to detox. And that's a drainage pathway. So prior to doing the ParaFy cleanse, when I learned about that, I was like, oh, so I need to prioritize sleep as well as exercise and sweating and making sure, you know, my digestion is working and all of these things. Like, oh, I also have to be getting deep sleep so that my brain can be detoxing. So the beautiful thing about having an Oura ring, which we both have and love, is that it tracks how much REM and how much deep sleep you get every night. And it tracks your wake ups and how restorative your sleep was, how many times you woke up, all of that. And I love, even if like during this work week, right, we're going from Airbnb to Airbnb, we're moving around a lot, we're in new places and new environments, and sometimes that takes a little longer to get used to get a good night's sleep. But what's so cool is even on the nights I got like 5 hours and 55 minutes or 6 and some change, I was able to see I got a good amount of deep sleep and a good amount of REM. And so when I see that data, I'm like, oh, I don't even need to trip that I only got 5 and some change or 6 and some change. I know last night I got a good amount of REM and deep, and that's what you need. So it's like, you know, 2 hours or an hour and some of REM, an hour and some change of deep, you're good. Like, even if you got less hours, as long as you got those in, those are the most important ones, right? So REM sleeping is dream sleeping.
Yes.
So I'm a dreamer. I'm a lucid dreamer too. Are you?
No.
Have you ever lucid dreamed in your life?
Yeah, I mean, a few times I have that I remember. A few times, meaning, I mean, I'm 46, so.
A few times in your life.
Yeah, I used to be. I feel like that as I've cleansed more things out of my body, I'll go to sleep and I just wake right up. Yeah, where before I would remember things, and my disruption was a lot because we lived in mold. And when you live in mold, there is a disruption in your sleep. You're up all night peeing because the body's trying to get rid of the spores. And we lived in mold for a few years. So to like think back, do I remember in the last 10 years any sort of dreaming? Not really.
Wait,
Not really.
wait. Dreaming at all or lucid
No,
dreaming?
I'll literally look at Jeremy and go, see you in a few minutes. And I wake right up and I don't remember anything. I just went to sleep and I woke right up, and it felt like a cycle, right? And so also with insomnia and being chronically ill and having those two things together, it really wasn't an option for me to lay down and be like, I want to lucid dream, or I want to practice that, because I see all the time how you can practice it. But at the time, for the last 40 years, it hasn't really been something that I could even consider. But lately, it has been. Now, the one time that I had a crazy dream, and then we'll come back to your lucid
go for
dreaming.
it. Oh, no. If this is what you were telling me off camera before we started, I want them to hear this.
Yes.
Go for it.
So one time I remember, and it was, and I know what year because I was very much on film. It was 2021, and I had just gone viral, and I literally dreamed a worm came out of my neck, and it freaked me out. And I woke up and I looked at my neck, and I had a mark. And it gives me chills. And I did a video, and I said, you guys, this whole thing of like dreaming about worms, I don't dream. Like, I know everyone dreams, but I don't remember my dreams. And here I am remembering this one right when I woke up, and I look, and there's a mark in my neck. And I talk about it, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so wild how this can happen. So because I don't really have that whole dreaming world, we looked it up to see exactly what this means. And it means in some Native American cultures, worms are seen as symbols of renewal or regeneration, and they represent the cycle of life, death, and rebirth.
So dreaming about worms, this is what dreaming about
Yes.
worms means?
Yes.
So if you have a dream about a worm, okay.
You have renewal and regeneration, transformation, natural cycles, and healing.
Wow.
In some African cultures, worms are used in healing rituals to symbolize the cleansing and purification of the body. But it also, from my understanding, means you do have parasites in your body.
Yeah.
And a lot of people call me or text me or email me and tell me that they had a dream about worms, and then as soon as they woke up, they saw them physically.
Yeah.
Because they're that energetic, and they have a spiritual connection, and they hold memories, and they hold all of these things that we're always talking about because they're alive in your body. And that's so creepy.
Yeah. During my first ParaFy cleanse, I was definitely dreaming about worms, but my whole life became consumed with worms.
No.
It's like I would be cooking in the kitchen, and I would drop a little piece of lettuce, and it would land on the ground in like the shape of a worm, and I'd look down and be like, oh, worm. And I'm like, oh my God, worms on the brain. But 100% when I did my first ParaFy cleanse, I would dream about worms for sure. But I was also seeing them in real life because they were leaving. But of course, that's renewal and healing and a fresh beginning and all that. They were leaving my body. But dreams are wild like that, man. So lucid dreaming, for anyone who doesn't know, it means that while you're asleep and while you're in a dream, you know you're dreaming. So
Can you control the dream?
yeah. So when you're in the dream and you know you're dreaming, you now have power to do whatever you want because you're aware that it's a dream. So that's what lucid dreaming is. I've done it naturally since I was a child. So one thing about me that is really cool, because it's a reflection of my spirit, even in like waking life in this real life, is every time I lucid dream, even when I was a young girl until now, the moment I realize I'm dreaming, I look at everyone in the dream, all the people around, and I say, this is a dream. We can do whatever we want. Let's go. Come on, let's go. We're dreaming. This is just a dream. We can do anything. And I like rally people to wake them up and show them like we can do anything we want to do. Let's go. And I like have that like alpha spirit in me, and it's the most important thing. It's the first thing I do before I go fly over hills, over the clouds, before I move things with my hands and have powers, before I transport instantly just by thinking. I'll be on the side of a cliff, totally unafraid because I'm very much aware it's a dream. And then I will just think of where I want to be, and then I'll be there. One time in the past couple years, I had a lucid dream, and my partner was in the dream, and I realized I was dreaming, and then I saw him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. If you're here and I know I'm dreaming, I bet you in real life, I'm in your dream right now too. So we're in this dream together. And I looked on the stairs, and I'm like, there was a number on the stairs, and it was a beautiful spiral staircase with all these gemstones. And there was a number 8 on the stairs. And I told him, I said, tell me what number you see on that. And I was convinced if he told me, it meant that he was there with me, like lucid too. And he's like, it's 8. And I'm like, yeah, let's go fly. I'll show you how to do it. I do this all the time. And it freaked him out in the dream. And he was like, no, I don't want anything to do with this, and left. And I was like, all right, I'll go do it myself. Woke up. I'm like, was I in your dream last night? He's like, no, I don't know. I'm like, oh man, listen, I wish I could go to sleep and just wake up. I bet I would wake up way more refreshed and not as exhausted. It's like when I go to sleep, I have a whole other life.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
why
this,
you are exhausted.
this whole other
But
life.
that's also why you like to go to sleep.
It's cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's cool. But I have a whole dream life. It's like it's this other world that I live in and exist in, but it's always empowering. I feel like it's always waking me up a little bit more in this life, in this waking realm, because it's like it's empowering to realize I have the power in me to do whatever I want to do.
What if this is the real dream?
Girl, if you want to talk Inception, we can go there. If we want to go down the rabbit hole.
Because
This
isn't
could
it crazy?
It could
Like, it's crazy. Like,
Life is but a
sometimes
dream.
we talk about this often. Like, I did not expect to be Worm Queen and ParaFy and go viral. So maybe this is the dream.
If it's a dream, girl, go hurt yourself right
No,
now
I'm
and see if
good.
you can
No,
feel
I'm
it.
good.
Yeah, it's
I
like-
feel the pain.
It's
I feel
real.
the pain.
It
So
may
you don't
be a
feel
dream. It's
pain
real.
in your dream?
I don't think I ever have. No.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's interesting. I also know how to wake myself up if I need to. If I'm having a nightmare and I don't want to deal with it, I know how to wake myself up too. Like I really just can jolt myself awake, and I'm like, all right, enough of that. I don't want to experience that. But I actually learned a philosophy of when you have nightmares, it's not a negative thing. It's actually a positive thing because it's your subconscious cleansing itself of fear that you're carrying around in your waking life. And so when you do have a nightmare, you're able to cleanse that out and not carry it with you in the next day. So having them isn't a negative thing. If you have nightmares, I've read and I've heard and learned that it's actually a positive thing because you're letting go of fears, you're cleaning them out. It's so you don't have to deal with them or experience them in your waking life, really. Yeah, it's interesting. But dreams are wild. I've also had a dream at night where I saw hills on fire and then I woke up and the Calabasas hills were on fire. So the same thing with your worm and then the mark in your neck. It's like, when I had a copper IUD way back in the day when I was trying different as natural as I could forms of birth control, I was having so much pain in my waking life and my body was trying to reject it. It didn't like it. And I had a dream that I saw a copper tea and it was just squirting copper out. And I woke up and I said, I am taking this out today.
My spirit and my dream told me, take it out.
And I went and took it out. I was like, nope, not for me. So it's wild. I think that, we'll receive messages and wisdom in our dreams. And it's really for us to decode. That's what I believe about that. I don't think, you go to another human to tell you what your dream meant.
Right.
I think, what you experience, you decipher it. You give it the meaning. It's you having it. So you decide what it means,
Yeah.
Yeah. But dreams are wild, man. Dreams are super wild.
It's really a cool concept to think that you can go to sleep and have a whole nother life. I think as like the chronically ill me, I was afraid to go to sleep and I had so much to do because it took me a lot longer to do things. And so I just never really realized like how important sleep was. And I took a lot of it for granted. And now I really do need more sleep than I ever thought I did.
You're catching
before.
up. You're making up for lost times. I mean, we just checked your sleep score and I was so proud because I was like, look at how much REM and deep you got.
Specifically because we were in mold our first couple of nights, not even realizing it. So the fact that I have really good sleep score at the end of this week after everything that we did and went through, and it's really it's a good thing. And I do contribute a lot of my good sleep now to ParaFy. I've heard from a ton of people that within the first few days of taking our cleanse that they actually are finally getting what they feel is good sleep. So now it's just a matter of we should record it and look at it and see, because your body is starting to take a break and put you out of
fight or flight
and put you into
rest and digest,
which is where your body heals. And that's where the deep and the REM comes in. People don't realize how you have to go down into that. One of my jobs that I was going to take, and I was super excited about it, was a sleep expert, sleep study. So we would watch people sleep and do all of their different levels. And so I think that it's so important, and we just kind of don't really think about it.
It is one of the most important things. I recently read that the more you miss sleep and actually don't get enough, your brain starts eating itself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because it needs the sleep to restore.
Yeah.
And so lack of sleep and bad sleep hygiene, I just read, leads to dementia later on in life, Alzheimer's, all of these things, because your brain, it has to have the time to restore at night. It's your recharge. It's your like you plugging in your avatar and you going to sleep to recharge the battery to wake up the next day, and the detoxing side of it. That deep sleep is necessary, or your brain never gets to dump its toxins. And it's like, okay, you're sweating, you're doing this, you're doing that. And it's like you're flushing your lymphatic system, but your brain is holding on to all these toxins. No wonder you have brain fog. No wonder you're sluggish or fatigued mentally even, you know? So the sleep is everything. And women actually need more sleep than men.
Wow.
Our systems are way more complex with all of our different organs and the hormonal systems and everything. Like, it's actually now science that we require more sleep than men. I think it's wild what you've been able to do off of the little sleep that you've gotten your whole life.
I think when we first met, I was up late and then I was up early, and now I'm up late, but I'm not up early like I used to be.
Yeah, I'm proud of you for sleeping in a little bit and
I
saying
need to sleep in.
no to early morning meetings and lives and podcasts. No, my sleep in the morning is important.
Boundaries, but it's hard because our actual facility is 2 hours ahead. So I already wake up losing 2 hours of work but now, I mean, I've got Vegas here.
You make up for it at night. You work so late.
Yeah, we're the night crew.
Yeah, we are.
We work late. We like it, but
I'm a creative. I've been making music at night for over a decade now. It's just like, you know, sometimes I come live at night, but I still need to find the balance to prioritize, to make sure, like, and if I do have a super late night where I did really stay up, I make sure that next night I'm going to bed earlier to make up for it. You know, don't do it too many nights in a row. You just can't. It takes a toll.
It does. It totally takes a toll. I'm proof that it took a toll. I couldn't keep working the way I was working, and I couldn't keep going, and my health started to really decline. So it was just really important for us to get me on a better sleep schedule. Jeremy's always had a good sleep schedule. It really hasn't been an issue for him other than the snoring. And once he got that APAP, I mean, it's like, put it away, go to bed. And like, he just never had any issues. But for me, I mean, there were times during the lowest part of my health that I would be up in my chair, because I was never a laid down type of chronically ill person. That just wasn't who I was. And I didn't like to sleep because I felt like it was weak. And so I ended up working and doing all the things at night, and I would look up and Jeremy was up. He went to bed. A couple minutes later, it felt like, and he was up, and it was like 8 hours. And I'm all, oh my gosh, that's how bad I would go days. That's how bad the insomnia was.
And it was worse during the full moon, right?
Yes, during the full moon.
What's that about? What's the connection between sleep and the full moon? Why are people more awake, and is it harder to sleep during the full moon? Why are we more wired?
They're awake.
They're
awake? The worms.
Say it.
The worms are awake. They're awake in the full moon. They're riding on your serotonin river highway, being able to get new communities in your body, moving around, because parasites and worms are not just in your gut. They're in your blood, your tissue, and your muscle. And so if you feel movement, if you feel itchy, especially right now as I'm saying all of this, you probably have parasites.
Oh, we're filming during a full moon. It's a full moon right now.
Moon.
Yeah.
Oh,
no wonder we stayed up till 3:30. Yeah, I know. I hear you. No wonder we stayed up till 3:30 the other night talking, and it was so easy to do just because we weren't tired. But during the full moon, your serotonin rises and your melatonin lowers. And they feed off of your serotonin, but because you have less melatonin, that's why you're not as tired.
Right.
Melatonin is what makes you sleepy. So
yeah, and the serotonin adjusts, and then they eat the serotonin, which is your happy hormone, and kind of like not making you feel crazy hormone. Yeah. So really, when someone says, oh, the crazies are coming out in the full moon, it's kind of true, because your serotonin balances with your melatonin, and now you're like, whoop. And this is like down here. So you're trying to balance, and your body's like, what's happening here? Because you have parasites. So you feel movement. It feels uncomfortable. You're wide awake. And that's why.
Okay. I want to talk about a few ways you can prepare for good sleep.
Okay.
no blue light at night, people. Please protect your eyes. What happens when blue light is getting into your eyes at night, like these bright ring lights right now, is it's sending a signal to your body that it's daytime. And so like our ancestors didn't have blue light. They had candlelight and fire, and all of that is like soft, warm light. All of that helps you get sleepy. Your body has a circadian rhythm. And so it should rise with the sun, and it should get sleepy once the sun sets, and then you should have a good night's sleep, and then you wake up when the sun rises. It's like, that's a circadian rhythm, but you can interrupt it and trick it when you have blue light coming into your eyes at night, because it thinks it's daytime still.
It doesn't know any different.
Then it's hard to wind down and actually go to sleep because your body's like, it's day. So definitely I'm a huge advocate of no blue light at night. I even, like all of my friends, Jeremy and Kim's phones, I'm like, let me see these things. Let me make sure I have your warm light coming on automatically for you, so that once the sun is down, it's warm coming through. And also another trick I found, you can go on Google and type in red light phone hack and find the instructions for how to turn your screen light into red light at night, so that like you can even get deeper in protecting your eyes and helping yourself get sleepy and produce the melatonin when you're supposed to, so you can wind down and go to sleep. Things like that. Also putting a little bit of space between, if you do work at night or you continue to work at night, not working from your bed. You should totally just dedicate your bed for sleeping.
Okay, I do dedicate my bed for sleeping when it comes to night, and I'll do like 2 hours in the morning.
Okay.
But I'm not one of those
Good.
lay in bed.
With
I
a
don't even lay in bed
laptop.
watching TV.
Yeah.
Some people that lay in bed watching TV to help them sleep is kind of a trauma response too. But I used to do that, but I broke myself of that one real fast.
Yeah.
So sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
You didn't.
But like, it's a crazy idea that like you shouldn't be in bed and work. People think you should because it feels good, and I'm going to start doing a little bit better job of not doing that 2 hours in the morning of working.
Yeah, I mean, even just move it out to the couch.
Yep.
The reason is for me, in my own personal experience, I don't know if this is science or not, but personal experience is your body, like, it's like, I asked Jeremy, like, how'd you sleep? And he's like, oh, the second I have my APAP on, it's signaled to my body it's time to sleep, and I'm out. So same thing for bed. If you can create your bed to be a space where when your body hits it, it knows it's time to sleep here. So that's why you should separate the spaces. If you're working from your bed, also I've noticed if I stay up working and it's the last thing and I'm like pushing it and I'm working real late, and then I try to just go and lay down, my mind will keep going for a while, and I didn't give myself, my mind or my body, any wind down time in between. So that is another huge trick that I've learned and developed through trial and error and my own experience to help me sleep better. There needs to be space and time in between work, because you should just be able to, okay, that's done for the day, that's done for the night, and then like relax and unwind and wind down and get your nervous system into rest and digest, instead of like, because like work time.
If you stay in that work mode, it's just going to feel like a hamster wheel when you wake up. I know, working and then even having a traumatic event, you just wake up thinking about it, feeling it still. You never got a break from it. Your body literally never got a break in the mind and in the body. It never got it. So you want to really do your best to break that so that you can have a fresh new day and kind of start over, literally. If you don't, then your body's never going to know the difference, and it's just going to stay in a loop.
That's right.
Specifically for like PTSD people too, and having parasites will keep you in a loop. And the way to break it is to go in and kind of like pause them, numb them, stop them, and then that loop can also stop. There's a lot of things you can do to stop the loop.
Yeah, my sleep absolutely improved since ParaFy.
Nice.
Since ParaFy cleansing, absolutely. If you haven't ParaFy cleansed yet, or if you have it and you're just waiting, if it's on the counter, this is your sign to do it. But if you haven't and you want a ParaFy cleanse, go to rogershood.com. You can use our code What's Eating in the letter U and get 10% off everything at rogershood.com. Get yourself a ParaFy kit. My entire sleep changed after cleansing out hundreds of worms. After I did that, man, I swear I slept way better. I didn't have this heavy load weighing me down. I didn't have something up awake at night while I'm trying to sleep. So it's definitely helpful. herbs as well.
Yeah.
I love using sleepy herbs. So I take lavender pills.
Okay.
So I take them internally. I use lavender essential oil on the bottom of my feet, on the back of my neck, on my temples, on my neck, on my chest. I use Calm and Uplifted from Lumna. I love it. Anything I can use to relax myself. Valerian root is incredible. Passion flower is incredible. Chamomile, lavender, if you can do it in tea form. I love the brand Vitanica, and they have this line called Tasty Herbs. Tonight I'll let you try it.
Thanks.
I have the sleep tonic here with us.
I definitely want to try it.
So, and I have a tonic called Quick Calm. And they both are full of relaxing herbs, and L-theanine is really great to help relax and help you go to sleep. There's so many that you can utilize. Melatonin, I don't think is good to always depend on it or use it every single night, because you should be producing your own. But it is good to use, like if you're traveling, for some, like bringing in the heavy guns, like bring in some extra support if you need some extra herbs to help you sleep. Melatonin, sun-theanine. I love all of these, and I use them every night to help myself sleep. I'm like, I pack myself up with the herbs, no blue light. If you have to work or if you want to watch TV at night, just get yourself a pair of blue light blocker glasses. I love them. They make them really cute now too.
Yeah.
You find you can
do. They're so
they're
cute.
so
They're
cute.
so cute
And stylish. Like you can find really dope ones on Amazon. Blue light blockers at night is great because it helps the blue light not go into the eyes, which is where we absorb the light, by the way. And then if you're not getting that in, you can wind down. Your body's like, it's nighttime. It's time to get to sleep. So soft light at night too. I love a Himalayan salt lamp. I love soft lighting. Soft lighting at night is really important.
I like the fact that you can do certain things at night that continues to work. Like that's why we say take a binder. There's some frequency patches that are really great through a company called Vibrant. There's no chemicals in them. They literally work with your body, but there are so many things that you can do when it comes to assisting yourself to sleep better.
Sleeping in a dark room.
Yep. Oh yeah. Temperature. I sleep at 69.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, but you guys sleep really hot.
I mean, no, I can't sleep when it's really hot. Like you troll me and think I love it, but no.
We'll wake up and it's like 75 degrees. That's hot. We're like 68, 69.
Yeah.
We're moving somewhere that's hot and it's like, oh my gosh, how are we going to do this? We got to keep the air on at 68, 69.
Good. If you sleep comfortably at that
Yes.
temperature, then know your temperature.
Yeah.
It can't be too hot. It also can't be too cold for me. So I don't know what degree it is, but I feel it. Having the air doctor on in my room at night.
Having the most. Okay, so real quick before I forget. When we were in the mold situation, that APAP really helped Jeremy out because of filtered air. And so he wasn't nearly as sick as me because his air was being filtered by that APAP. So he was outside working on the house, and then he came inside and he'd spend a few hours inside, and then he'd go to bed and he had an air filtration system on his nose for the whole rest of the night. Where I was just raw dogging the spores.
Breathing in those spores all night.
Breathing them in. But I really do recommend people having an air doctor in their bedroom, minimum in their bedroom, because that is where your body's really trying to go into rest and digest.
Yeah.
And if you do happen to have any sort of mold spores, that air doctor or any air filtration system that's been proven to help remove spores out of your air is the best device you can get, and stick it next to your bed so you're just breathing in that really good air.
Yeah.
That is the best advice I can give, and it really does stem from the APAP machine because I didn't really even think about it, you know? And so now I get that fresh air all the time.
Because of the air doctor.
Yes.
And it really works.
It really does.
I needed to change my filter. A light came on. I went, oh, it's time to change the filter. When I tell you that thing was nasty, full, it was so gross. I went, that is what it's been taking out of our air this whole time.
Yeah.
It was shocking how gross it was. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, air doctors really work. We'll put a link in the bio as well, in the description. Everything we talk about tonight, as much as we possibly can that we have access to, the links will drop in the description so you guys can go and check them out. But yeah, dark room, cold room, know your temperature, well, cool room, whatever it is for you. Know the right lighting, the right temperature, whatever it is to set yourself up for a successful night of sleep and to really take your sleep hygiene seriously, because it also is detoxing. Like, it's detoxing, it's how you show up in life. You really do need to have that sleep down so that you can show up and be your best self, you know?
Yeah, you need to sleep. You got to get yourself into rest and digest, or you'll just stay on the hamster wheel.
Yeah.
That loop, the loop. And especially when you're chronically ill, it's really important to prioritize getting good deep sleep.
Yeah.
Not just laying down, but getting that deep REM. You got to go into that cycle.
That's right. That's right.
There's
Deep
multiple
and REM.
cycles.
Yeah.
You have to go into the cycles.
Aura will actually, it will catch if I ate late.
Oh yeah.
It'll dock you. And then the
Yeah.
next morning you're like, why is my recovery index say fair? And then you'll tap on it and it'll say, your resting heart rate should get to its lowest point during the first half of your sleep. That's when you know your body is getting its best rest. If it goes to its lowest during the second half, then you either ate too late, you're stressing too much too late, exercise too late. You know, there's all of these things that can contribute, you know, late nights, all of that. So also digestion is huge. You shouldn't eat too close to sleeping.
Yes, you should not.
You need to give your body time to digest your food
Yeah.
before going to sleep. It really does interrupt your sleep. Protein can take up to 4 hours to digest.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And fats, there's certain things that digest faster, and certain things like fruit, it digests super fast. But if you eat fruit at night, you can spike your blood sugar, and that can affect the way you sleep. So it's have your dinner earlier in the night, give yourself a good few hours to digest, and then go to sleep, because it can affect your sleep as well.
Crazy.
Yeah. Sleep hygiene, guys.
Yeah. We all really would like Sam to do a get woken up with me, because it is, I've seen just parts of it, because we hang out all the time. So I've seen just parts of it where you've rolled out real quick with your eye mask here and your rag on your head, and are you gonna mouth tape too? So you're full in cocoon.
It's a lot. Well, before I put my APAP on, I also have to put this nose thing here on the bridge, so the APAP doesn't dig in and leave a mark all day.
Oh
So
my
there's a lot that has to happen, but my sleep is so important, and ever since I have prioritized it and taken it seriously, and I really have done the things that help me sleep better, I swear I'm showing up better in life. I work better. I'm in a way better mood. I'm more balanced. I'm more present. There's so many benefits to getting great sleep, as well as while you're detoxing and parasite cleansing.
Yes.
You need that deep sleep. You
Really
have to, or
important.
your brain is not detoxing. So
You should just take a picture of it, at least minum.
she's still on that.
Minimum.
This girl.
But we'll go back to the detoxing.
No,
When
it's
you're detoxing.
Kim just loves trolling me
I
about
just love to
everything,
troll.
and it's the best.
I
so.
think what's funny is that people only see such a few seconds of me, and when you actually do get to know me, my love language is trolling.
Yeah,
It
and we
really
love
is.
it.
So if you get trolled by me, it just means that I really love you.
Yeah.
And it's fun, because that means I've paid attention and I've noticed you. But yeah, I like to troll people.
I love it. It's an honor.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm a troll from way back.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Well, I love you, Kim.
Oh, I love you,
This
Sam.
is an awesome conversation to have. We've been wanting to have it for a while,
Yeah.
just to give you guys some more insight into, well, A, the importance of good sleep hygiene, and B, tips and tricks, lots of tools, things that we use in our lives, things that help us improve our sleep and optimize our sleep. So definitely wanted to share all of this with you guys for a while. And now that it's nighttime,
Yep.
we're going to turn this off and start winding down and getting ready to have a good night's sleep. We had a lot of sun today.
Lots
We
of sun.
ate good. We did cryo, which, by the way, when I
thanks,
do
Next Health.
when I do cryo, I absolutely sleep better that night.
Yep.
When I get a really good massage, I sleep better that night. Know the things that relax you. And if you get into any kind of space or week where you're not sleeping great, go and do that thing that will help you sleep that night. A really good workout that tires you out, man, you're gonna sleep like a baby that night.
Yep.
So there's just things you can do to help yourself sleep. So we both hope that this episode gives you ideas and insights and helps you to sleep better and sleep sweetly and have sweet dreams and wake up and live your best life.
Living your best life. We really want to thank everyone for your support and consistently commenting and liking, sharing. It allows us to continue to do this, having fun while doing it, being able to give you our knowledge and what we've learned, what's best. And so we just really appreciate you as our community and everything that you do for me and Sam and just everything. It's just we're just so lucky. And I feel it every day. I feel very grateful for what we're able to do for our community.
Same. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.